Well, we're out today in search of something to photograph, primarily bear, and we've discovered one, and to be honest, this is probably one of the largest bears I've ever seen. I'd rate him in the top 3 for sure. He is about maybe 200 yards from the road. I'm actually standing in the back of my truck right this second. But he's about 200 yards from the road, and he's just asleep right out in the middle of the field. And the goal is to try to wait patiently, and hopefully whenever he decides to wake up, we'll be able to get some photos of him. But right now he's just a black blob, kind of sprawled out, laid out there. He's been eating corn all night, and typically a bear will feed in the cornfield at night, and then first thing in the morning they'll leave the cornfield and go into their bedding area, which is in the woods, which several bears did first thing this morning. But this guy is so big and so lazy, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep right here, and who's to stop him? But he's a big, beautiful bear. I've only seen his head once. He lifted his head up for a couple seconds and then he laid it right back down. It's maybe about 9 o'clock, and we got here right before sunrise, and he hadn't moved. So we're gonna try to be as patient as possible. I've got all day, and we're gonna sit right here and wait on him. So the thought is, hopefully whenever he does decide to get up, he'll make his way in our direction to cross the road that we're on, to go into his bedding area, which is over here to my left and behind me. But like I said, he's sleeping out here, so he may just wake up, then go straight back to feeding, and then lay down again. So you never know. Wildlife photography, that's the fun thing about wildlife photography. You never know what's going to happen, and you just got to be patient. But like I said, we've got all day. I'm in no hurry at all, and I'm gonna sit right here and wait for him. Got Tyler with me. He's down there in the truck, probably asleep. But we're gonna hang out here and see what we can find. We saw several bears first thing this morning, but it was so dark with overcast skies. It was so dark, couldn't get really any video or any photos. So this is our one and only chance of a decent sized bear and good light. So we're gonna sit right here and wait for him. So I hope you guys will stick around, and we'll see if we can get some photos. Well, update. Besides the occasional stretch, lift his front paw up, his back paw, and kind of roll over, that's about it. He's rolled over once, which is more than what he was doing first thing this morning. So I call it a little bit of progress, but we're decided to drive up a little closer to him and kind of shoot straight on. But I think whenever he does wake up, we're gonna try to back the truck up 100 yards or more. That way he'll want to come straight to the road instead of try to go around us. We don't want to block his line of travel. So, but he's a huge bear. He's got a big old hump on his back. Almost reminds you of a brown bear, so to speak. But black bear in this area get large. 700-800 pounds is kind of the average big bear, but this one is every bit of that. He might be a little more, but still waiting. Well, we've been here now for 4 hours. Starting to rain, and he's rolled over about twice now. I was hoping that this rain would go ahead and make him get on up, but he's having a lazy day in, and I don't blame him. So the 4-hour update, not much to show for it. It's currently about 20 minutes after 11, and we've been here since 6:30. So still waiting. Progress, and is slowly making his way towards us. So he went to the ditch, going to cross the ditch, and he put his face in there like he wanted to cross, but he knew he was too big, he couldn't do it, so he walked around the ditch and now is working his way out. So I'm hoping he's going to cross and not just enter the cornfield like he's doing now. And he stopped and he's eating corn, so I'm hoping he's going to continue this way. We're parked downwind of him, so if he does cross, he'll never smell us, and they're used to seeing people in vehicles, so that shouldn't bother him. So I'll try to film as much as I can, but I want to get some good pictures of this bear. So he is a tank, huge bear. Alright, so now we wait again. So he made it about 30 yards and he laid down again. He's just out there grazing, eating corn. That's not what I was wanting. I was hoping he was going to make his way this way, but there's nothing to deter him from leaving the field, or there's no reason for him to come over to this side. Everything he wants is right there, which is that corn, and he's big enough and bad enough that he can sleep wherever he wants to. So I was really hoping he's going to make his way this way, and he still might, but hey, at least he's not 200 yards out. Now he's only 170 yards out. So we'll keep waiting and see what. So he's getting back up, so he might be slowly coming this way. We'll see. really closing the distance on us. I say that and he lays down again. What he's doing is he's going every few feet until he finds him an ear of corn that's got corn still on the cob, and then he'll stop and eat it all off, and then he works his way a little bit closer till he finds another one. So we're going to go on radio silence and try to be quiet and not move as much, so there won't be as much video, but I'll show you the stills once this happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and break everything down and try to be as low as possible. Once he gets to the edge of the opposite side of the canal, we're going to back up and give him plenty of room. This canal is about 20 yards wide, so I'm hoping if he makes it to the edge, then we're gonna back out and give him plenty of room and let him cross the road. So we've waited 7 hours for him to get up, and then when he got up, he's still in the process of getting here, and I think that was about 30 or 40 minutes ago by now. So that's a beautiful bear. Beautiful bear. Speechless. Holy moly. I wish there was a way that I could have gotten all of that on camera as far as stills and video, but it just wasn't possible. He at the last second made a beeline for the road, and all I could do was photograph. I put the camera in silent mode so he couldn't hear me, and when he came straight in, I was shooting silently so he didn't know the wind's blowing to my face. As you can see, it's probably loud in there, but the wind was in my favor so he couldn't smell me, and he walked parallel to the road, and then I got him as he crossed the canal. I backed up several yards, give him space, so when he got into the road, I zoomed in all the way and got some level ground shots, and then he went over to a tree and did a back scratch. So well worth all the time. We got in here 8 hours ago this morning and pretty much have not left this spot outside of getting lunch, and then we did ride around one time and came back, but outside of that we've been sitting here for 8 hours waiting on this bear to do something, and thankfully it worked out and he walked straight in. Fantastic morning. I'm out of breath, number one. I'm gassed. And then number two is just, it's awesome. I'm so excited to be able to get the shots that I got, and makes it all worth it. The trip to here, and then the full 8-hour day of just sitting and waiting. I actually went to sleep in the truck. Me and Tyler both went to sleep today, waiting on this bear to do something, and he finally did. It was all worth it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Every outing out with me is always different. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.